Hey Ho Cut Kids here, Pastor Brent and my best assistant Miss Ella are going to make those wonderful Lottie Moon Christmas cookies that we've been talking about as we've been learning about how Lottie reached to the children in China through her cookies. So there's two recipes, the one that Lottie would have used with ingredients that we probably don't have in our cabinets. So we're going to be using the adapted recipe on the bottom of this page. So what ingredients we have, and thank you Miss Amanda for already measuring all this out, is we have an egg, we have 2 cups of flour, we have some cream, we have half a cup of butter, and we have a heaping cup of sugar to make Lottie's cookies. So the first thing we're going to do, Miss Ella, we're going to cream the sugar and the butter with this mixer. So if you'll hold our recipe for us, I'll do this and you can add the egg in just a little bit. So we're just going to push this in here and watch the fun start happening now. Wonder if I'll make a mess. Get Miss Amanda's kitchen and tear it up. You may experience the panic that I experienced when I looked down and the butter and the sugar is not mixing all the butters in here. So if you don't know what to do, you just take a butter knife, get that stuff out of your mixer, and we'll start the process again. So if you remember, Lottie's name was actually Charlotte Diggs Moon, and she was born in 1840 in Virginia, and she went to China at the age of 33, and she served over there pretty much the rest of her life. Her sister went before her, and Lottie, if you remember, she grew up, she was kind of a stinker. She liked to play pranks and jokes on people all the time, so she finally got her act together and decided she knew that what God wanted her to do with her life was to serve Jesus. There we go. Step 1 done. Butter and sugar creamed. Alright, now what we're going to do next, Elle, what's it say? We've got to add the egg and mix well and then add the flour and the cream. Okay, so let's do that. Now Ella's going to put our flour in. I got so excited I jumped the gun and I already put the cream in. You're actually supposed to put the cream in after the flour. We'll see if it makes a difference. Hopefully not. Okay, so now what we've done is we have dusted our area that we're going to prepare the cookies on, and we've dusted our rolling pin. And here's our big lump of dough for our cookies. And Miss Ella is going to go to work and make that into bite-sized cookie pieces. Good job, Ella. Alright, and go the other way, sweetheart. There you go. Yeah, you're doing fine. Okay. Alright, stop her for just a second. Getting it really good and smooth. If your cookie dough starts sticking on your roller, just get rid of some flour and redo it on your roller and roll that out. That looks about the right thinness. So now Lottie wouldn't have had those fancy cookie cutters that you and I have at our home with the Christmas trees and the gingerbread man and everything. She probably just used a teacup. But we're going to use this glass. So Ella, grab that glass, and she's going to put some powder on the edge of that glass so the dough doesn't stick to the glass, and she's going to make cookies. So push it down and twist. Imagine Lottie, how many cookies Lottie made in her lifetime for the children in China. Can't imagine. Alright, so that's all we can get out of this, but we can still pick these up and re-roll this out. So the best way to get these cookies out, what do you think, Ella?
I have no idea.
Let's pick up this, right? Okay? Because we're going to roll this back out. So it didn't really want to come up just real good, so I'm going to put a little flour on the end of my spatula. Try to get underneath here to get that cookie. There we go. That made a difference. Alright, now we've got our baking stone that we're going to use. So we're going to put it on our baking stone. If you're using a cookie sheet, you might want to put some oil on it, spray it down so that the cookie doesn't stick to your cookie sheet. But on this baking stone, you don't want to do that. Okay? Good job, Ella. Keep up the good work. It's what teamwork does, right? The oven is preheated. We started that before we actually started the videos so that it would be ready when we got done making these cookies. Now we can go straight to the oven with them. Okay. I think, sis, we might need a little bit more flour. Always roll it out. Good job. You don't want to roll it back towards you. Roll it back towards you and pull air bubbles in. So as Ella's flattening this out, she's not trying to kill the cookie. She's got to use some muscle, but she doesn't want to pulverize the cookie dough. And you notice she's always rolling out. She's not going to drag it back toward her because that could put some air bubbles in it. So she's doing a great job. So that's about all I can get on my baking stone right now. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. The oven's been heated to 475, and we're going to cook these, I believe it says, for about 5 minutes. If I like mine gooier, I'll do it a little bit less. Turn that oven light on and check on it. You know what? When you smell it, they're ready to eat. Okay, so we've got our cookies evenly spaced out a little bit here, so when they expand, because all that yummy goodness comes out, we don't want them touching each other. So we're going to put it in the oven, and we'll get the next run done in just a minute. So I'll put it here on the second tray. I'll bake it down. What Ella has done now is she kind of took that big lump and she kind of pan patted it out to smooth it out, so it's a little bit easier to roll. So, you know, as you're doing things, you learn, get a little bit better at stuff. She repowdered her rolling pin, and she's smoothing that out to cut her cookies. Alright, so now we've got another tray of cookies ready to go into the oven. So Ella's going to pat this next ball out. We're going to put this in the oven, and then we'll be ready when that first batch comes out to put these in. And I'm probably going to eat one or two. How about you before we do anything else? Yeah. Get a big tall glass of chocolate milk. All right. All right, so our 5-minute timer just went off to see what our first batch of cookies looks like. I'm going to peek my head at the oven, and remember, those timelines are just a guide, a suggestion. We may need more time, we may need less. We need more time. Think you can get 3 cookies out of this? It's kind of like name that tune. I bet I can get 2 cookies out of it, but you think you can get 3. All right, let's see if you can get 3. There's 1,
But I'm touching it. Oh, look at
2, 3. I think you got it, sis. Now you can probably get 1 more cookie out of what's there, or you can do something you shouldn't do. You could eat that, but you probably shouldn't do that because it's got a raw egg in it. But I'll tell you, I did it as a kid and I'm still alive, so just saying.
Do it.
Yeah, don't eat the raw egg. Talk to mom and dad first if you make it. Alright, so we've got all our cookies cut out. We've got to wait for those to be able to come out of the oven. So what we're going to do now is we're going to clean up our mess, because when we make a mess, we need to clean it up. Not the fun part, but it's the necessary part. Okay? Ella says I can do that part.
I can watch you.
You're going to watch me? I think we'll do it together. Okay. Alright, so let's let those cookies bake, and we'll be back and check on them when they come out of the oven. Maybe you can smell them. So I'm smelling those cookies, so we're going to take the first batch out now. Then we're going to... Alright, Ella. You going to have the first cookie or me?
You can have it.
Or should we give it to Mom?
She should have it.
We should probably give it to Mom. Okay. This year, our church's goal for the Lottie Moon Christmas offering is $25,000, and worldwide, the goal is $175 million. And since Lottie Moon, the Southern Baptist Convention named the Christmas offering the Lottie Moon Christmas offering in 1918, and since that time, over $1.5 billion has been given because of Lottie's faithfulness and her passion to take the gospel to China. So one person can make a big difference. She was only 4'9", but that little fireball started the Lottie Moon Christmas offering. Okay, let's get those others out of the oven, and we're going to eat some with a big tall glass of chocolate milk. Alright, so the moment we've been waiting for, it's our time to... Right, Ella? For Miss Lottie, so let's have... Do you have a particular cookie you want? Alright, grab that cookie. Okay, I'll take this one here. Cheers.
That's good.
We did good, girlfriend. Alright. Those are good. Alright, so you can see Lottie was onto something. What do you think, sis?
They were really good.
They were really good. We did share. We saved that for Miss Amanda. Weren't we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'm ready for a nap. How about you? I hope you enjoy making some Lottie Moon Christmas cookies, and maybe it can become a family tradition. We're going to have to turn the video off because it's time for us to have some cookies. Right, Elle? All right. Merry Christmas.